Hi guys, today I have little Ava with me and we're going to do a resistance loop leg workout here today. So I have my resistance loops here. They come usually in a pack of 6, weighted from extra light to heavy, etc. And if you have a set of these and you're not quite sure what to do with them, a lot of us have these and we're just not quite sure. So this will help you with some leg exercises. In another video, we'll do some arm exercises with them too. So since we're going to focus primarily on hips and thighs today, I'm going to use my extra heavy and I'm going to have my heavy nearby. Now, if you don't have resistance loops, the link to these is in the description of the video. You can follow that link and get yourself a pair. They're not very expensive. They range anywhere from $8 to $12 for the set of 6. And I got mine on Amazon. You can certainly find them there and I'll send it off to you. All right, so let's get our bands. I'm going to throw those extra ones off to the side and let's get started here today. Okay, so we're going to start standing. I've got my extra heavy band here and I'm going to place that around my ankles. Now, with the band around your ankles, you have quite a bit of tension as we're going to start stepping side to side. If you need less tension, you can slide it up to the shins right under the knees, or you can even slide it up on the thighs right above the knees. The higher you go with the band, the less tension you're going to have in your side steps. All right, so I'm going to keep the tension on the band. You usually want to try and keep them tight here throughout the entire workout so you get the most resistance. And I'm just going to start with a little bit of a step. Looks like Ava is ready for a little nap, so we might not see her as we get going. All right, so I'm going to step to my left. Step and then back to my right. Good. Just nice little easy side steps. You should start to warm up through the outer part of the hips and thighs here. You don't have to bend your knees or keep your knees straight, but they will naturally bend in the movement. But don't be too concerned about that. You do want to make sure that you're staying parallel and you're connected in those abdominals. 4 more here, and 3, you got this, 2, and last one. Now, hold those legs wide, and let's just take a nice little squat. Sit back into those heels. Now, I've got really wide legs, so I've got quite a bit of tension that I'm feeling on the outer part of those hips and thighs. I'm feeling the outer part of my thighs by my knees so that my knees stay out and in alignment. You don't want to feel that knock knee buckled in sensation. And I've just got that nice little bit of tension on my band. Exhale down, inhale up. If you don't like that exhale down, you can change the breath there. Using that control. 2 more like this. Now last one, just hold it down there, way back into those hips. And tiny pulse. 2, 3, here's 4, 5, 6, you got it, 7, 8, 9, now stand up. Excellent. I'm going to walk my feet a little bit closer so I'm not quite as wide. And I'm going to add a little lean to my right hand side. I'm going to pick my left leg up and I'm going to lift. And 2. Now this leg is bent. 3 and 4. Now I'm staying connected in my abs here. I'm really heavy on this left side as I lift so that I'm not leaning away from it. Feeling through the outer part of that hip and thigh. My knees straight. My knees and toes are facing front. Exhale. And 2. 3. We're going to do 10 more here. This is 4. Breathe 5. Lifting from that pelvic floor. Feeling that length from the top of the head. Now, we're going to hold that leg up and pulse up. 2, 3. Here's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Last 10. 10, 9, 8, breathe 7, 6, here's 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take it back wide and let's do another set of squats, down and up. And 2. Now, you can be as wide as you were before, hopefully. Feeling that tension in that band, sitting way back in those heels. And exhale down, inhale up. You got this. We got 4 more here. 4 and 3, 2. Now here's your last one. Hold it way down for those pulses. 2, 3, 4. Breathe 5, 6. Here's 7, 8, 9, and 10. Stand up and we lean to that left leg. Draw up and in and we lift the right up and 2. Now, this leg's slightly bent. Engage through that core. Lift with that pelvic floor heavy on these right obliques. Here we go. 10 and 9. Exhale, feet are wide so that you're not feeling that bunched up toes. Hopefully that will keep you balanced. Here's 3 and 2 and 1 and down. Last set of squats here, down. And 2, adjust those legs as needed. 3, feel the outside part of those thighs by those knees so they're staying wide, but you are parallel. Way back. Try to get those knees and thighs parallel to the floor. That means you want them level. Now hold it down and pulse. Last set. Pulse. 2, 3, nice and centered. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Stand on up. Excellent. Walk those feet in. All right, so that was a nice warm up for the outer part of those thighs and hips. I'm going to reposition the band around my feet. So I'm just going to slide it down to the arches of my feet. And I'm going to take this left leg right out front, anchored here. It's around the arch of that foot, and I'm just going to lift and lower, lift and lower. Now, if the same tension band is a little bit too much for the inner thigh, then you can trade it out. Good. Now again, I'm lifted in my pelvic floor, feeling that string pull me to the ceiling. Got my arms up with nice energy here. Last one now. Let's try and get a set of pulses. Up, 2, 3, 4. Breathe. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Bring it down. Now, I'm going to step on it. Keep it on the arch of that foot. Swing the right leg around. Still grow tall. And lift. Up. And 2. Good. 3. Drawing up and in. 4. Getting all my stability. Good. Now you've got nice energy in those fingertips. Nice straight arms. Really reaching from finger to finger through your body to the opposite wall. Now, pulses here. Pulse. 2, get that lift. 3, 4, 5. You only got 10. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Bring it down. Awesome. All right, so we're going to lie down. We're going to come more to the front of the legs and the back, which are the hamstrings and the quads. We're going to start lying down. There will be an abdominal piece of this. There always is. So let's lie on down here. And let's take those bands. Place one on your left thigh, right above the knee, and your right foot. So that your left thigh is going to be your point of resistance. You're going to hold on to it there. Try to have the band wide and flat. If you need to hold it for a little extra support, you can. All right, now I'm curled up here. My hands are behind my head. And I'm going to press that right leg out long and bring it in. If you're not comfortable curling up, then you can lie down. Exhale. Now, your left leg is just staying in place, holding that band. I'm equal in level on both of my hips here. Using that breath. Good. Now you're going to feel this not only in the gesture leg, the one that's moving, but also in this support leg, because it really is doing a really big job holding that tension. Good. Last one there. And now let's pulse that. 2, 3, 4. Breathe. 5. Really solid here. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Bring it in. Excellent. Take a minute and switch to the other leg. Now, as you switch, try to keep that band nice and wide. All right, here we go. Hands behind the head. Exhale, press that left leg. Good. Abs are tight, level in the hips. Let the head rest in the hands here so that you don't feel any neck tension, but you can always take that head down. And again. Support that lower back with that little imprinted pelvic tilt if you need to. Almost there. It's 8 and 9. Now you only have that one set of pulses to go. Here you go. Pulse 2, 3. Breathe 4, 5, 6. Here's 7, 8, 9, and 10. Bring it in. All right. Almost the same movement, but a little bit different. You're going to take that band around both feet. Okay, and upper body curled up. We've still got that single leg stretch, but now a little bit more pace can be added. Reach, 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 reach. Now my legs are a little bit wide to keep the tension on the band. Moving in concert here so that it stays tight. Really feeling those abdominals as part of this, because the resistance is not only for the legs, but also for those abs. 2 and 1 and together. Good, I lost count on those, but that was a nice amount. We're going to slide that band back to the ankles. We're going to do a little bit more of those hips and thighs here. All right, so I've got some tension on my band here. I'm going to push both legs away from each other and in and away. And now you're going to recognize the feeling on the hips and the glutes here from the work we did standing. This is just a nice transition before we shift positions again. I've got my head resting in my hands, my abs are tight. And if you need to lie down all the way with the head and the shoulders, you can. All right, and I'm going to pulse. Keep it a little wide and pulse out. 2, 3, 4. Here's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Bring it in. Excellent. Now, as I transition to our next movement, I'm going to take that band around my thighs, and I'm going to roll myself all the way up because we're going to come over onto all fours. Now, we're going to start with a little bit of our glute action here. And this one is a little bit awkward to get into. So I'm starting with the band around my thigh. I'm going to keep it on that right thigh, and I'm going to slide it onto my left foot. So the same position we were in lying down, only now I'm going to be on all fours. So I'm setting through my shoulders, my abs are tight. I'm going to work that left foot that has that band around it, and I'm going to press it out for the glute, and I'm going to bring it in. And I'm going to press it out for the glute, and I'm going to bring it in. Now I'm going to try and keep it nice and level and even here, making my hip, easy for me to say, making my hip stay level to the ground. Flexing through that foot so that band stays on the bottom of that foot. Open through the chest, looking straight down at the mat, and the abs are engaged. Using that breath, and you've got another set here. Out, and again. Exhale, and 4. You should start to feel that in that butt. Now we're going to bring it in and do those pulses. Pulse 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Send it out. Now hold it there and pulse it up. 2, 3, stay level. 4, 5, 6, breathe 7, 8, 9, and 10. Bring it down. Very nice. All right, let's transition to the other side. Take that band. Switch it to the other foot. Now as you're switching, try to make sure it ends up flat. It's pretty easy to get it all bunched up, so you want to keep it level here. And exhale, press with that leg. Good. Now, while you're working these first few, make sure the hip is level. Engage through the core. Good. Stay with it, use that breath. Now, if the band slides up the other leg, you might just readjust it back down. Engage in those abs so you're not sinking into the lower back. Set in through the shoulder girdle so you're not sinking into the arms. And here are those pulses. Pulse. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and hold long and pulse it up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, you got it. 7, 8, 9, and 10. Bring it in and down. Excellent. Very, very nice work. Take that band and place it right up onto the thighs, right above the knees, and we're going to come back for one more set on all fours. So this one is that fire hydrant out. Now, sometimes if I don't have enough tension, I can take it and slide it down on the shin right by the knee. Okay, I'm going to try that today. I have a sneaking suspicion that's going to feel a little bit better. So it's on the shin, right under the knee on the right leg. It's around the thigh on the left, and I'm going to lift out. And 2. Good. Abs are tight here. Feel that lift from the core. Good. Exhale. Trying not to turn the whole body, trying to keep that hip level. Now, here's those pulses. Up, 2, 3, breathe, 4, 5, 6, here's 7, 8, almost there, 9, and 10. Good. All right, so now the transition is a little easier. Switch to that one. Switch it up, and we'll do the other leg. So nice and set through the core, anchor, and then lift. Good. Trying to keep the front of the hip reaching down as you work, so the whole spine doesn't rotate. You want the leg to really move in the hip joint. Here you go, second set. Don't forget that breath to hold those abs in. And here's those pulses. You're almost done. 2, 3, 4, 5. Here's 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, and done. Woo. All right. Have a seat. Slide that band off those legs and put it off to the side. That was a quick one, but really fun for those legs, and I know you're feeling them. All right, so please don't forget to stretch. We're going to do a quick one here, but if you need to take a little more time to do that, please do. I've got one leg crossed in front of the other, and I'm just going to lean over and get those glutes here. So top outside part of the glutes and hips, getting a stretch here, particularly on the leg that's in front. Now, please remember, stretches are individual for everybody, so you might not feel this as much as I do. Bring it up, and then switch the leg. Since we have two sides, you got to remember to put the opposite leg out in front. It's always a little more awkward on your not more dominant leg. And then lean over here. Now, you might feel it a lot more in one leg than the other. Shows where you're really tight. Again, you might not feel this stretch very much. If you don't feel it too much, you can try and get a little bit more into it. And you might try a couple of other hip and glute stretches, which I'm going to show you now. All right, so our classic figure 4 stretch, and I'm going to do this seated. You can also do it lying down. You want to take one leg, cross at the ankle right above the knee, okay, so that you look like one of those old-fashioned number 4s, and then grab the leg that is on the floor from behind the thigh, pull it back as far as you can. If you have a wall, you can also put that leg up against the wall and move as close to the wall as you can. What you want to do is keep this leg relaxed or pushing gently away if you have the hand to do that. Sometimes we can do it with our elbow there. But the closer your torso is to this leg, the more stretch you're going to get. This is particularly for the muscles in the hip rotators, the piriformis being the most stretched one here, the most, I would say the biggest of those muscles, not super huge, but the most dominant one is a good way to say it. And this is an excellent stretch for that muscle. Take that down. And then let's do the other leg, up and down. Now, we talked a little about doing this sitting with the foot against the wall. You can also do this lying down in this figure 4 position, pulling back with the leg that's in the air not being stretched, and relaxing or pushing away with this one. You can also, if you're lying down, put the foot up against the wall. You might feel it more in one position more than the other, so I would say find the one where you get the most stretch and use that one more often than not. Excellent, and release. All right, and I have one more glute stretch. This one we are going to do lying down. Now, this one is really for the glute max, which is the big muscle in your butt. And you might not feel it. So you're going to cross. I'm going to turn this way so you can see me. You're going to cross one leg over the other. And you're going to bend both. And you're going to try and pull back on the leg that's not being stretched. So like that typical cross your legs, sit in the chair position. And where you're going to feel this as you're pulling back is in the middle of your butt. Okay, now you might feel this, you might not feel this, depending how tight you are in that glute max. Try to relax the leg that's being stretched. Sometimes we try to grip or pull it back also, and you want to try and release it a little bit. And then you're just going to uncross, cross over the other one, and pull back. Now you want to try and not have your legs go out to the side. You want to try and keep them in narrow. And stretch. And again, you might feel this in one side more than the other. And it's a good idea to try and hold your stretches. 45 seconds, I would say, would be the least amount, up to a minute if you're really tight in one side. And of course, please remember to stretch when you're warm after a workout or after a walk or a run. Uncross. And I'm going to just roll myself up here. All right, guys, really nice job today. So that was a quick workout with those loops, okay? They're really fun to use if you have them and you've never really known what to do with them. We're going to try and do a few more videos because they're really useful. They give you a lot of resistance, and it's such a simple, easy tool. All right, guys, have a great day.